Hey, welcome to Restaurant News Roundup, presented by Live Flow with me, Jensen Cummings, for your weekly dose of rapid fire restaurant industry news. Today, Friday, August 4th, 2023, we're covering restaurants charging service fees, Anheuser-Busch layoffs, and the nightmare of the ERC Employee Retention Credit program. All right, get in the comments for a link to the recap article and access to the full stories covered today. This is 10 stories in under 10 minutes. Stay with me, see if I can keep up. This is one take, no refires. Here we go. MrBeast sues virtual dining concepts to shut down MrBeast Burger by Joe Gazowski, Restaurant Business Online. The YouTube megastar accused the company of damaging his reputation by selling bad food with his name on it. The complaint cited reviews and articles highlighting inedible food, late arriving and inaccurate orders, unbranded packaging, and a faulty website. It includes dozens of examples of online reviews calling MrBeast Burger disgusting, terrible, and worst burger ever, as well as numerous images of raw and undercooked chicken and beef. VDC has confirmed they have hired lawyers and are preparing for a court battle. Ooh, my question to you, can virtual concepts whose food product is outsourced thrive? Case in point, VDC's MrBeast Burger versus Chili's It's Just Wings that seems to be thriving. Next up, Juicer launches Enlighten to help restaurants with direct ordering by FSR Magazine. Enlighten is a consumer facing widget for restaurant websites that highlight the cost savings consumers can enjoy by ordering directly on the restaurant websites. Ashwin Kamlani, Juicer's co-founder and CEO, says, "We believe that most consumers don't know about how much they could save by ordering direct. And if the industry comes together to educate the consumer, it could initiate a wave of change in consumer behavior." Okay. My question, could Enlighten actually shift consumer behaviors and make restaurants more money? Do we see that happening mainstream? Let me know what you think. Blaze Pizza CEO, "We want an experience that can't be replicated by machines." By Anna Klein, a restaurant dive. The biggest challenge the industry faces is rising food costs and labor shortage. CEO Beto Guajardo says, "One trend that concerns me is the rise of automation. We need to focus on providing a unique and personalized experience that cannot be replicated by machines." Question: what restaurant jobs are most in jeopardy of being replaced by automation and robots? This question plagues me daily. Let me know your thoughts. Next, Congress hears from tax pros about ERC tax credit challenges by Michael Cohen, Accounting Today. The Employee Retention Credit, a tax credit that was created by the CARES Act to help businesses keep employees on their payroll during the pandemic. Restaurants are facing major challenges amid constant sales pitches by aggressive third party companies, overpromising hefty tax returns to employers despite processing delays and vetting by the IRS for rampant fraud. It is a legitimate program expiring at the end of the year, which many have thought was a scam and have not applied funds that they are eligible for. I would like to hear from any business that received funds through the program. Let me know how it went for you, what you received. My question to everyone else is, who's sick of getting bombarded by these ERC robocalls? It's kind of ridiculous. Daily. Hotels expand drink options for growing number of sober and sober curious guests by Tad Wilkes, Restaurant Hospitality. The growing sober market includes guests refraining from alcohol permanently or temporarily or experimentally for the sober curious crowd. It is important for operations to understand those consumer motivations and goals, from those just following the dry January or sober October trends to those trying to be more inclusive to their social circles. Question to you. I'm interested to hear from the bartenders, especially. How is the quality and availability of base ingredients for low proof and zero proof drinks? Who's out there making good stuff? Let us all know. How restaurants are using AI from menu development to marketing by Trisha Contreras, Smart Brief. Restaurants are using artificial intelligence to improve everything from menu development to marketing with writing copy, creating images, and even tailoring content to the weather. AI can be used to analyze customer data to identify trends, to create personalized recommendations, manage job applicants, and to automate tasks. Wingstop announced earlier this year that it is testing an AI voice assistant from Converse Now to handle phone orders. The program, which is designed to eliminate missed calls and process foreign orders, the same as online orders, can take orders in English and Spanish. Okay. Question for you. How are you using AI in your restaurant today? And if you aren't, what the hell are you waiting for? It is not only the future, it's the now. Let me know how you're using it. Uber Eats expands in seat delivery to Oracle Park in San Francisco by Julie Littman, Restaurant Dive. Demand for mobile ordering has increased following changes to MLB rules that led to shorter pitch clocks and shorter games. Pickup is available at over 20 concessionaires inside Oracle Park. Inside delivery in the park is available at 3,000 seats. Deliveries are typically made within 5 to 10 minutes of being processed. How long until mobile ordering and in seat delivery is available at every major sporting stadium? It's headed that way. Okay. Next up, The Rise of Reservation Fee by Melissa McCart, Eater, New York. With 28% of Americans occasionally flaking on reservations, restaurants have been trying to hold diners more accountable with no-show charges of anywhere from $25 to $50. Now, reservation fees are becoming more widespread. Places like Pearl Street Caviar and Kintsugi charge a $10 to $35 person for reservation. Torrisi and Carbone have $50 per person deposits that apply to the final bill and refunded if cancellations are made at least 12 hours in advance. Okay. Question I need to hear from diners and restaurants alike on this issue. How do you feel about both reservation fees and no show fees? Let me know. Restaurant service charges are suddenly everywhere. What gives? By Restaurant Business Online. 19% of family restaurants and 13% of quick service say that they have added service fees of some kind. Many diners aren't pleased with service fees. You feel like you're paying a cable bill. Some say they'd be less likely to return to restaurants with a fee, while others say they would tip less or not at all. Whether a service charge, living wage fee, or happy kitchen fee, how service charges appear on checks and how they are disclosed can be key in protecting a restaurant from costly litigation. Bills on the processing and taxation of service fees are in state houses across the country and at federal levels as well. Much more to come on this. It's really volatile, right now when it comes to menu prices, labor models, tipping, and service fees. So I just want to know, generally, hear from you on what you're most interested in with these debates. Where do you kind of fall on the topic? Last up, Anheuser-Busch layoffs. After Bud Light sales dip, company cuts hundreds of jobs by Francisco Guzman, USA Today. Anheuser-Busch InBev employs roughly 19,000 U.S. workers, according to its website. If accurate, the less than 2% job cuts figured would affect about 380 workers. In early July, Bud Light lost its spot as the top-selling beer in the country to the Modelo, with sales declined 20% and volumes fell 23.6% year over year. Much of this drop is attributed to backlash over a promotional video on Instagram featuring transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. And last question for you. With beer sales declining overall and these moves by Anheuser-Busch, how does this affect operators who have relied on the beer sales as core to their business? Okay. And time, what was that? 8 minutes, 50 seconds. All right. As always, go to my pages at Jensen Cummings to get my personal take on these and many other stories. And Restaurant News Roundup is presented by Live Flow every Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. Live Flow is for restaurants frustrated using QuickBooks, desperately wanting better automated financial dashboards with real-time data. Hit that link in the comments to try free and use a promo code Best Served for 20% off for the next 3 months. Excited to be getting in on that because myself included have had some serious nightmares with QuickBooks. So I know this is an important thing for restaurant people. We need some easier, better technology. Let's go, people. I think that's all I got for you this week. Appreciate you all. Let me know how I can do better next week and the stories that you want to be hearing about, the coverage that you need to make sure that you get informed and quickly so you can get back to the things that make you money. All right, that's it for